were born for this, as you are Spartans. Fly your flags high, give it your all. No fear, no regret to die. Battle for your crest. Fire burns are pumping from your chest. Second is not best. We are more than just man, for we are the Spartan.
Welcome. Season 3 is upon us and it could be the best one yet. Europa League awaits, Nigerian national team awaits, and plenty of football and a massive bulging squad of talent at our fingertips. There's one there, Zobnin, one of our signings. We made quite a few signings. You probably caught up with them in the transfer update previously to this one. We have also got a few bids in at the moment for some Dynamo Kiev players. Lenko, the left back, and Sharpenko, the attacking midfield. Both youngsters, both would be good additions to the squad if we can get rid of some, because we've obviously got loads of people at the moment in our squad that we need to sort out. It's going to be interesting to see who we go for in this first game, who's fit and who's available. Got this Razzmatazz every time, we know this. We need to get off to a good start. I think in Season 1 Dortmund was our first game and Reza Bazor popped up in the last minute with an early goal. We've also got Dortmund this year in the Pro-Spartan plate, and it's not a team we've done well against. I cannot, apart from that game when we won that first game, we've not beat them since, I don't think. So it's a game we need to be straight on it, and we've got so many options. What do we go with? There you see it already, options galore. Medibo is going to get a starter right back for BDJ today. He is 85 out there and he's only 80 and he's classed as a defensive mid. Di Matta missing today, which is a big miss because he was probably going to start. Zakaria on a total up. I mean, look at them all now. I mean, all those at the bottom, probably not. Renato Sanchez is going to be pushing this year for sure. Sinistera, probably someone that we've brought in more for the Europa League, as is Supriya. He's probably not going to get a lot of game time in this. Hadji on and up. The other goalie obviously will get game time. Koulibaly, he's going to be pushing Lipton all the way. Lewandowski could have given Koulibaly a start today, but we'll stick with what we've got and what we love. Triganchov, a couple friendly games we arranged as a safe team data done well, so that's encouraging as well. James 69, did he ought to be in? No Arnold either, probably not. I imagine that's what it's going to be. We're going to go with our two debutants today, Zobnin and Medibo. Hadji could have started, but on and up, you sort of feel like when they're on and up you ought to play them, but it'll be for head instead. Let's get him on for head instead. Tivy and Eccleston with a gig, Star with a gig as well at the back over Mtiti today. So a few changes from the side that started last year. We've got real competition though this year. We've got in lots of places. No one's placed, you know, probably Eccleston, Stimage, Lipton, Arola, probably the 4 nailed on positions that you put on the start of the team sheet every time. The rest are really up for grab, to be honest. Tivy started to make that position his own over at Henry Henrique towards the end of last season. Like I say, Sar just started to nip in front of Mtiti. Kostic has obviously got that one, but Nuno Tavares is giving him a bit of pressure. And obviously that position alongside Stimich is totally up for grabs. I mean, Zakara could have had it, but not today. Yeah, let's get a good start to the season then. Let's get cracking. We should be on this. We should be right up for this, really. Shouldn't be any excuses. Home crowd should expect. Get out there and lay it into them. Arsenal up next, so in theory it's not the most difficult start to season 3. and we finished third last year, so really it's going to be a tough season to improve on that. It really is. Spartan Park looks a picture. Third in the Legends League is some achievement for this side. So many youngsters. Everybody knows we're the bright young things and are going to be the team to beat in a couple seasons time, but can season 3 be the season where we put a trophy in this cabinet? Europa League could be interesting, because in theory there should be some easier games in that for us. You're not going to get much harder games than the games we played week in, week out in the Superliga. So if we get a good draw in that Europa League, there could be some fun in games, I think. Come on, boy, Eccleston, I think he could be the man this year. I mean, I know you don't know for sure. This is Zoblin, first touch for him, and then Medibo. He's got serious wheels, this guy. Medibo, stamina of 95 or something as well, so. Good knock. Those balls are going to become more of a thing this year. I think they work, they move us up the pitch, they get us in behind. Oh, nice ball from Zoblin. Oh, what a hit from Majika! What a start! What a goal! That's what you want to start the season. Didn't score many better goals than that in the first 2 seasons. But that's what season 3 is going to be like, and we're in for an absolute belter. What a finish from Majika. His place is not guaranteed. We've said that. He wasn't one of the 4 we mentioned in the definites on the team sheet. Ball in, come back out, fell. Lovely shape on the hit. Arrow. What a hit for Majika. Didn't score enough last season. Only scored 2, I think. Plenty of assists, but that is technique. And what a finish. Fantastic goal, my son. Take a bow. Lay the gauntlet on all the challengers to come with a goal like that. Willie Santana, you know, there's lots of people who've been looking and thinking maybe he's not the man. Good header out. Good work from Eccleston, Stimage. Oh, unlucky, Tivy. 8 goals at the end last season. He's got to start this season well. We want goals from everywhere if we can this season. Eccleston finished with 9, I think. That hat trick in the crucial game from Nathan Eccleston, don't forget. Oh, just off. That must have been tight. Very tight. There's so much competition for places. I mean, Henry Onwuku and Tivy having a battle. Willie Santana can play over there, obviously. We've got a couple newbies come in. I think Ty Ganchoff did survive the call. Many thought he might not, but he has done. We'll play a game from Zoblin. Good knock from Stimage. We'll have the throw. 27 gone. Not really. Does feel like a first game of the season, really, at the moment. Zoblin! Oh, good strike. Don't think scoring is his forte. He's sort of can play anywhere, really. 27 years old. He's not a young signing, but he's one that just thought might be decent alongside Stimage in there. Oh, goes and lets us down with an appalling ball, but decent passing stats, decent physicality. I mean, Renato Sanchez really is another one who probably should be pushing for that place. Good save, first real attempt from Dortmund. But as with every side in this Legends Superliga, no one comes here just to have the piss taken out of them. They're all brilliant sides, all got plenty of attributes. Bodu. Oh, not played well really in this half. Got a wonder strike away from Majestic to get us in the lead, and not been a good performance really. Oh, and I thought Bodu made it too by setting up Eccleston just round the corner. It was just a chance. Got in there a bit early, just come off him. He didn't really. That's what Zobnin's there for. That's brilliant from him. And then a decent little knock. Good strength from Tivy, but the ball was battered away. Good from Lipton. Good half in the end, it'd be a goal up. It's one of those, we've got to settle. First game of the season. Absolutely fantastic strike from Majika to put us a goal to the good. Plenty of life on the bench, don't forget, if things don't work out. Probably just got to survive this 15 now. Oh, we nearly weren't. Tivy battling hard, but it's just not quite working for him today. Not seen enough of Eccleston in behind either. Dortmund probably bossing it at the moment, really. Well, and Zobnin again, he's breaking up play nice. What a ball from Stimage. Oh, unlucky Eccleston, lovely ball. Oh, offside. That's ball from Bodu. It's not the greatest of arts, Bodu, to be fair. And here he is. He usually scores against us. We've got these ones that usually score against us, and he's won. Aubameyang, Van Basten, Brazilian Ronaldo. Eccleston in behind. Oh, lame duck. Those are the ones that you think just nail them. Oh, getting caught here. And a couple times in behind Medibo we've been caught. Might be pacey as hell, but defensively he's lacking a couple times there. A bit early for subs still. Here he is, the man in question. Oh, and Eccleston unlucky. Better for Medibo. Needed to be. Now pull ball out though. Well done, Saar. Lipton out. Eccleston will get the ball. Our ball. Time to look at the bench, I think. It's gone a bit stale. Tivy going to come off. Willie Santana today. Getting the gig. Big boy getting the gig up top. Slobodan. And it's whether to bring in Zakari. We will for Zoblin. Debut over. Just sitting there. Majika's going to get tugged back a little bit. He won't like it, but he's got a job for the team. Scored that banger. We're going to push Eccleston right out. A little bit wider. No, not. She goes down. Three subs early. Just feel the game slipping from us. Good debut from Zobnin. Bodie didn't quite happen for him, didn't quite happy for Tivy either. Oh, Willie Santana didn't quite get hold of it. Willie scored that crucial goal in the big game, don't forget. The winner against Paris Saint-Germain. Lane pass there though. That's a good ball. And Slobodan has won the game. Surely, what great finish. Outside of the right. Lovely ball from Kostic. He's so dangerous at winning the ball there. Just does it. And Slobodan with a lovely finish outside of the right. And that'll do him the world of good. As soon as we get all these big boys scoring goals this year, the better. And Slobodan is off and running off the bench. Great strength in here. Look at this battle he had with the centre back on number 7. Beautiful. And then a great finish. So I mean, we've got 5 strikers now. Don't forget, we brought in that little youngster on a free transfer, that Safara, or his name is Supara. We've got Slobodan, we've got Di Matta. Both scored crucial goals last year. I mean, that last minute equaliser against Ajax from Slobodan was such a big goal. Di Matta scored 2 big goals in the last 3 games, don't forget. Bodu scored crucial goals. JM. I think they'll all get time. Brilliant from Majika. Slobodan was nearly in the game. Oh, he nearly had another one. Big, strong battering ram up there. No one can get near him. The strength of the man just bounces people off him and causes real problems, especially towards the end of the game. He said we were going to give him a better pair of boots, and they bloody pink wellies he's got on. Looks like he's some sort of relation to Sonny Lipton. I don't know, they've been inbred. That big chin, got a mullet head on him, mango chutney head. Great header from Saar. Keep. I mean, it's the sort of first game of the season performance you want, really, isn't it? It's not been brilliant, but we've got the goals at crucial times. And it looks like we're going to win the game. Worldly from Majestic as well, which is nice. Don't think we scored enough worldlies last year. A little bit concerned about defensively Medibo back there a couple of times today. Lovely from Willie Santana. And Stimmage makes it 3, and we need more goals from him, the captain, and that is a lovely finish on the left. Points to the badge, it means so much to this man. And 3-0 win in the first game of the season is fantastic. We didn't play well. What a vintage Spartan performance. What a ball from Willie Santana though. I mean, he's there chewing at the bit to get in, and what a finish from Stimmage on his wrong foot. Composed slot. Lovely ball from Willie. Look at that, a little pitching wedge onto the green, picked up from Stimmage. Last minute of the game, and he's still making those marauding runs. And there it is. And that's how much it means to him. No, Spartan badge doesn't mean more to anybody than Stimmage, that's for sure. 3-0. Flatters us a bit, I think. But we'll take it. Majika, Slobodev and Stimmage. Great first performance of the year. And got them in the Pro Spartan plate, and that is good news as well. After we've given them a good hide, they won't be looking forward to that game. Don't say we battered them, they are. Look at that, the passes, they had a lot more than us. We didn't control the ball like we like to, but we were a bit more clinical in front of goal. Majika gets the man of the match with some good performances all round, really. Zobdin, good debut. Medibo, hit and miss, well not hit and miss, but good signs. Zakara come off the bench and was decent at breaking up play as well. He's definitely, I mean, he hasn't signed that new contract, but he definitely needs to get more game time, I think. Let's have a look at the other results then. Who's going to be the sides up there? I'm sure it'll be the two El Clasico teams again, Real Madrid and Barcelona. Don't forget they've won one of these Superligas each so far. Barcelona year 1, Real Madrid year 2. Bayern Munich came second last year, so they will be looking to challenge, no doubt. Not a lot of goals about. Arsenal with a 0-0 against Bayern Munich, they'll be happy with that. Man United with a 0-0 against Lazio. Roma bottom last year, lucky to still be in here. If we could have bought Lyon and it would have happened. Barcelona beat AC Milan 4-2 in probably the game, although Ajax 2, Real Madrid 2. Two decent games there. Liverpool beat Paris Saint-Germain, who we beat 5-4, don't forget to finish third. Atletico Madrid and Manchester City legends, a bit of a wet squid, and Inter Milan beat Napoli. So we are top of the table with that 3-goal win. Look at that, what a lovely sight after one game. So Dortmund will be bottom, and they are. We are up there in the higher echelons after the one game, and we are still in the window, don't forget. Still got money to spend. We will run through a little bit of the window with you before we end this episode. We've got a deal in place for David Neres from Ajax as well. Let's see what paedophilia is going to say. Let's not lose momentum. What do you know about it? You do fuck all, Baldy. Locks. If you don't watch it, I'm going to slice your throat in the loo and stick your head down the shitter. That's what I say. Twat. When is the Europa League draw? That'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to that one. Negotiations. My team, good. Someone in for someone. Hope so. Big Norman. Well, there's not a lot, but he's going to go. We've got another goalie in. He wouldn't sign the contract. He didn't develop like we were hoping. Big Norman's gone. So he's out of the club. Obviously, hopefully, we've got looking to loan Ampidou, not that it'll make any difference. Mostavel and Kuzasi are both out on loan at the moment. Leo Batista up for sale. Fofana up for sale. Those two should leave. No one else really. I mean, Lopez up for sale. He's come up from the youth team, so he's just for farming. I doubt we'll get a bid for him this window. You don't usually. We got loads of players. Too many. It is too many. But I mean, never even thought about the likes of Shagla on the bench. Shalaga on the bench. Decent little player, but he might get his chance. You never know. They're all going to have to wait. Like I say, we do have European football. We do have the Pro Spartan plate. Hopefully we can go deep in both of those, and plenty of people then can get a run out. We've got a deal in place for Sharpenko, and we're going to bring him in. Decent little player, no age, 23, got some decent stats on him. Neres, the other one we got a deal in place for, but again it's physicality with him. Do we need him? Not really. Do we need this guy? Not really, but why not? Sharpenko's in. I would have liked him. He looks amazing, little left back, and he's a star player as well. Look at his stats, really good for a left back. We'll go back in for him again, don't you worry about that. Neres, obviously decent. Just don't know they're going to play. I mean, at the moment our squad's bursting to the seams at 40. You know, there's Hadji, there's Majika, there's Kudas, there's now Sharpenko, but he will be good. Bid in for Talisca, and that's poor. That's a really poor bid. You're going to have to pay more than that. It's going to have to be 39. Who've they got in the Lyon side? Let's have a look. There's anyone we'd like? Benzema, Felka. Too old, aren't they? All too old, I'm afraid. Surprised Memphis Depay in there. He might have been one we wouldn't have minded. Pay the 39 and you can have him. I mean, probably a very good player in there, Talisca. Just doesn't happen for us. Didn't happen in season 1, did it? Oh, it was European Best Player Award. I was hoping it was going to be the draw for the... No surprises, usually Ronaldo or Messi who wins them. Of course, 1 year Tivy did win it. We haven't seen the draw yet, have we, for the Europa League? Scout has dug up someone. What have they dug up? Donny Malin, we looked at him. Good player. did look at him. Plenty to offer there. I tell you, not a lot wrong with him, is there? Really decent. Centre forward as well, which is, I thought he was a winger, but another player that would come from the left. Seem to have a lot of them. What sort of money they wanted for him? Again, he's one you could farm. His market value is probably a lot higher than that. Yeah, 27 million. Done that with a few now. Bought them in, not played them, and then sold them on for profit. We haven't got a lot of places on the sheet to do that with, but it's always a good way. Has that Europa League been named yet? Yes, it has. Who've we got then? Oh, well, Ghent obviously looked decent, but the rest of it, in nothing to fear, is it? Surely. That is exactly what we wanted. And to be honest, Liverpool time best, obviously. They're in it because they won. Well, I didn't. Well, they must have gone in there as well, unless they didn't qualify in the group stages or something. Chelsea, CSK Moscow might be a threat. Ordinary Milan might be decent, I suppose. Barcelona icons, but we've got a good record against them. Manchester United, that's obviously current Manchester United. There's 2 Genks then, is there? Match day 1. No, Genk. It's not Ghent. Well, looking forward to that competition. I think we can blood a few. Obviously we've got to watch the team chem, but I am looking forward to that. I mean, they're 299th in the club ranking now. What are they? 126. They're slightly better. 150th. Not a given, but looking forward to it very much. Let's just go for another day and see if the Taliskia bid comes back, and then we'll leave you before the Arsenal away game. Taliskia, they're going to pay the money and we're going to sell. Taliskia will go, money in the coffers. One place then left in there, all those are bidding for Fofana as well. We will renegotiate with Fofana. Bournemouth will have to play a little bit more than that if they want him. I imagine a bid will be on in a minute for Leo Batistio as well. I don't know what his value is, but we'll let you know when we come to the next game, all of that. So getting rid of a couple, it's not enough, because we've got far too many, but we may look at bringing another youngster if we can, just to wet the whistle. See you later, dudes. What a great first game. Comprehensive win in the end, and goals from Ajika Stimage and Slobodav. See you later. Cheers.
Just wanna tell you